big debate about who's a state of the nation or who is painting the true picture of what the state of the nation is. Is it the NDC or the NPP? There have been counter accusations by both sides, and this follows the President Nana Akufo-Addo's constitutional mandate, which he exercised by giving us the State of the Nation address. Now, the NDC accuses the NPP government of actually borrowing too much. The NPP says it hasn't borrowed much, but then it has borrowed less than the NDC. This is something we'll be fact-checking. The NPP says COVID, Ukraine, Russia has affected us, and that is why we have this economic crisis. The NDC says the NPP is the most dishonest government. Well, it was re-endorsed 3 years ago. Why is that? We'll be checking all of that. But also, corruption has been big on the table. Who has fought corruption better? There are issues we'll be checking tonight. But let's look at the statistics. And these are the case that has been made by the two parties, the NDC and the NPP. The NDC says the President's State of the Nation was out of touch of reality. The NPP says the President addressed the critical issues and was honest in the assessment. And the NDC says President refused to cut down the size of his bloated government. The NPP says that President has not ignored calls to reduce its size of government. The Akufo-Addo-Bawumia administration borrowed recklessly. That's the NDC there. And the NPP says government has not overborrowed. We'll find out why. Inflation, the NDC says, is extremely high. Now the NPP says the current inflation is a global problem, and so it cannot take blame for that. Let's look at some comparative analysis we've done for these precedents. We've started from Kufuor and we're ending at Nana Akufo-Addo. In 2001 to 2008, this is the debt that was inherited by President Kufuor. And this is from the NPP's press conference today. This is how it addresses the issue of the bloated deficit, there are debt deficits. And it says that Akufo-Addo inherited 5.4 billion and then left behind 9.7 billion. How much? Rate of exchange, 80%. It comes to Tamil's Mahama government, 2009-2016, within a space of 8 years. It says it inherited 9.7 billion, left behind 122 billion, and the rate of exchange, 1,157%. Nana Akufo-Addo, 2017 to 2022, inherited 122 billion, and it says currently it stands at 575.7 Ghana cedis, and the rate of exchange is 372. The basis on which it says the Mahama Atamils-led government has done more debt for the country than the NPP, because it says it's in its 6 years and it hasn't even ended the 8 years term, so it cannot be blamed much. Now, this is President Akufo-Addo between 2001 and 2008, and this is the NDC's explanation of the debt. It says the amount added to debt stock of 4.82 billion cedis. That's what Kufuor added. At Tamil's Mahama 2009 to 2016, it added 112.42 billion. Nana Akufo-Addo 2017-2022, it added 453.5 billion. Both sides, if you want to do the calculation, is correct. But what's the reality is something we'll be looking at. Now, this is the debt accumulation trend, and it starts from 2000 and ends here, 2022 November. If we look at 2008, it raised to 9.7. Now, this is fast forward to 2013, 53. And then it comes to 2016, 122. Fast forward 2022 November is 575.7. You look at the economic debt to GDP rate, and 2017 we had 55.5, 2018 57.6. Look at how it goes. It ended at 2022 and it's at 93.5. If you look at all the years, 2020, 2021, then you see that there's some parity over there. But in 2022, it shot up high. we will find out why all of these are happening. In fact, the NPP has been trying to proffer some answers. But look at this, inflation, and it's been big on the conversation. January 14, look at how the trend has been. It goes all up, comes down January 18, then comes down, then goes up again. January 2022. So this is 2014. This is 2016. So 2014 it was down. 2016 it comes up. 2018 down. 2020 down. Then the curvy nature. 2022 it goes up high there. Why is it like that? So we are going to be digesting the two presentations made by the two major political parties, the NDC and the NPP, whose state of the nation is the truth, who's painting the real picture of the true state of the nation. Nana Boakye is the national organizer of the NDC. He's joined me in the studio. Sami Jemfi is the national communication officer of the NDC. When I return from this break, we'll have that conversation.